sports world, and welcome to the first ever episode of the GN Sports Podcast. And it's an honor for me to be talking about sports with you guys. Today's topic will be the three winners and losers of this year's 2019 NBA free agency. And today, I have a very important person with me as my guest. She knows a lot about basketball and has a little bit of experience herself with actually playing basketball. My cousin Camila. Camila, say a little bit of yourself, favorite NBA team, favorite player, and your experience with basketball.
I'm a Boston fan. I don't know who's my favorite basketball player because it was Kyrie Irving, but he betrayed the Cleveland Cavaliers and Boston, so I'm mad at him. So
Perfect. Okay, yeah. I think my Knicks are worse, but that's perfect. Yeah. Okay. What do we start with? Do we start with the losers or with the winners?
I don't know.
Let's start with. Okay, we'll go like this. We'll go. You say your third winner. I say my third winner. You say your second winner, and we go like that. Okay, Camila. My third winner are the New Orleans Pelicans. The New Orleans Pelicans roster last year was Drew Holiday, Elfrid Payton, Solomon Hill, Julius Randle, and Anthony Davis. And when I checked 2020's roster, it's a so much bigger improvement. Drew Holiday still at the one. That trade by Anthony Davis, I'm with the Pelicans. That was a great trade. They got a lot of valuable assets with Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, and Lonzo Ball. At the one, they had Drew Holiday. At the two, J.J. Redick. At the three, Brandon Ingram. And at the four, Zion Williamson. And at the five, Derek Favors. And don't forget, they have a very young, great player, Nickel Alexander-Walker, coming off the bench. And a Summer League sensation, Jackson Hayes. What do you have to say about that, Camila?
I mean, your pick is good, but I don't think they can win a championship with that roster. Maybe get to the playoffs.
Okay.
My my number 3 pick are the Nets because they got Kyrie Irving and they got a lot of good players on that team. But Kevin Durant's injured. But
Yeah, that's why I didn't put him my third pick.
Yeah,
So.
but if he comes with a really good recovery, that team is gonna at least get to the finals.
I would have put them number 3 if KD wouldn't be out for this season, but that was great analysis. My number 2 pick. You start off with your number 2 pick, Camila.
The Clippers.
The Clippers. That's mine too.
Okay, yeah, because they got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Wow. I don't know how that's gonna play out because I don't know.
The chemistry.
They're really good players. And Kawhi Leonard was Finals MVP, and Paul George was nominated for NBA MVP. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good match. And they have like a lot of other good players. Like without Paul George and without Kawhi Leonard, they still got to the
Patrick Beverley.
Yeah, and do they still have Lou Williams?
Yes, Lou Williams is still in the team, 6th man of the year this year.
Yeah.
And don't forget, they still have Montrezl Harrell, averaged the league in rebounds and in blocks, if I don't mistake. Though that's a great team. Well,
The bench is amazing.
Yes, amazing. And like we agreed on the second one, let's go to our number 1 winner. I personally have the Philadelphia 76ers. They did an awesome trade, trading away Jimmy Butler to the Miami Heat and getting a good player back with Josh Richardson. He's a great player, and they get a helping Joel Embiid in the front court. They have Al Horford. What do you think about that, Camila?
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Al Horford is an amazing player. He can shoot, he can dunk, he can block.
He can shoot.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've read that he's the only player that can guard Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh yeah.
They just took out the competition without Horford. I don't know. I think that team's unstoppable.
Okay. Who was your number one, or was it Philadelphia?
Yeah, it was Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. Well, let's discuss the rosters of these 2020 teams. Let's start off with my number 3 pick. I already said it. My number 2 pick, our number 2 pick, the LA Lakers. The LA Lakers will have this season at point guard a great defender, a great ball handler, Patrick Beverly. At the 2, he's not a bad player. His name is Landry Shamet. If you don't know him, search him up. Great player. At the 3, Camila, this is what people are starting to figure out and are starting to think. Where are you gonna put? Are you gonna put Paul George at power forward or Kawhi Leonard at small forward? Who would you put where?
I think I think maybe Paul George as shooting guard.
Shooting guard.
I
Okay.
don't know.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay, in NBA Live, I have him as shooting guard.
Oh, NBA Live. Okay. This is real life.
And then for Kawhi Leonard, maybe power forward for Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, I put him at power forward, and at the center position, to stay with Harold and Lou Williams, that combination, the bench, they have Ivan Zubac. He's a very great young prospect. Well, I don't know what the Lakers did trading him to the Clippers, but it totally worked out for the Clippers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a great mix to that team.
Yes, very great mix. And the starting lineup of 2020 of the Philadelphia 76ers, at the one he scheduled Ben Simmons at the 1. At the 2, Josh Richardson. At the 3, Tobias Harris. At the 4, Al Horford, and at the 5, Joel Embiid. So they're gonna be cheesing with that two center front court.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's good, I guess. Yeah, Josh Richardson is he's a really good player. I think that makes Joel Embiid and Al Horford and Josh Richardson, they can really be a really
Title contenders.
Exactly. They're gonna push that team to the best.
I don't know if you agree with me, but if Ben Simmons would have a decent jump shot, he'll be one of the best players ever to play this game.
Yeah. Ben Simmons is an amazing player, but that jump shot though.
Yeah, you got no shot.
If he could make threes, he could be wow. But yeah. He needs to practice that shot.
Yeah. Camila, I ask you now. Do you want to continue with the losers, or do you want to take a break?
Whatever you want.
Let's continue with the losers. At my number 3 loser are the Golden State Warriors. Do you agree with me?
Not really.
No.
They still have Stephen Curry and D'Angelo, so that and they still got some pretty good players. I mean, they got Draymond, but Golden State and Clay, I forgot. But he's injured.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Golden State can still make the playoffs.
And who is your number 3 pick? I ask you.
Miami.
Miami, your number 3rd loser.
Yeah,
Why is that, Camila? Why is that?
because they even though they got Jimmy, Jimmy's not a leader. He's not
Yeah.
not a player that can take his team to
So-
its maximum.
Yeah.
And they like Dwayne Wade just retired, so
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Camila. He's a great player, but he's not a title contending player.
no.
Okay.
I mean, when he joined Philadelphia, I was like, yeah, this is like gonna be like going to the finals, but
Yeah.
Jimmy disappointed me.
Okay. I'm gonna explain to you why my third loser are the Golden State Warriors.
Mhm.
Okay, the Golden State Warriors had a super team.
Yes.
In this free agency, they lost Kevin Durant, arguably the best player in basketball right now. To get D'Angelo Russell, they had to trade away Andre Iguodala. But when you think of it, they're gonna go with a very small lineup if Klay Thompson comes back. And Klay Thompson injured himself in Game 6 of the NBA Finals, so he won't come back until mid-season. So they're gonna be wrapping a very good backcourt, but the front court isn't gonna be as solid as last year because they still have Draymond Green, but he's not a very good shooter. He's more like a hustle guy.
He's Draymond.
Yeah, it's Draymond, the donkey. Okay, okay, Camila, give me your number 2 loser.
I think I don't know. I think New York.
The Knicks number 2.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, they didn't get Zion. That's really sad. They got Marcus Morris, but
No, they did not get Marcus Smart.
he's not Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving.
Wait, no, we did not get Marcus Smart. We got Julius Randle.
No, but wasn't Marcus Morris on the roster?
No, he's still in the Celtics.
He's that's well yeah, that's more depressing.
Okay, my number
Yeah.
my number 2 loser are the Toronto Raptors.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just won a title. They mostly because they lost their only all-star player, Kawhi Leonard. But they still have a promising future in the NBA with most improved player of the year, Pascal Siakam, and my opinion, the Finals MVP, Frank Van Vliet. That was.
He was showing off big time.
And they still have Mark Gasol and Norman Powell, so that's a very good team to see in the future. But mainly because they lost their star player, Kawhi Leonard.
Yes, but Kyle Lowry. What do you think about Kyle Lowry?
Kyle Lowry, okay, he's not a bad player, but he's not a superstar, all-star type of guy. He's
Yeah, I agree.
he's not gonna be a player to carry you to a title contending team.
Yeah, I agree. And what about Green?
Danny Green, he left to the LA Lakers.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, I feel bad for the Lakers. 'Cause-
Okay. And Camila, who is your number 1 loser of this 2019 NBA free agency?
You go first, cause I don't know.
Okay. Sadly, my favorite team, the New York Knicks, are the worst, the loser of this 2019 NBA free agency. They didn't lose any big player because we sucked last year, but the fact about we trading our franchise player to the Mavericks to get cap space for this free agency, is the worst thing. Because we didn't get Kyrie. We didn't get Kevin Durant. Neither we got a second ranked All-Star player in Tobias Harris. We didn't get any of those, but we offered a max contract and gave a max contract to Julius Randle. Julius Randle is not a bad player, but he's not an All-Star caliber guy. That's the problem. And we got, instead of saving money for the next year's free agency, we come out and get Bobby Portis. We come out and get Elfrid Payton. We come out and get Reggie Bullock. And what are we gonna do with that? I have no idea what we did. Oh, and we got even worse. Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson. 37-year-old man. What can we do with that? We're making a team for the future. We got a 37-year-old power forward. No one wants that.
Well, I gotta go with Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, worst loser. Okay.
Yeah, I mean they got
They got a lot of good prospects from the Clippers, though.
well, yeah.
Oh yeah, and they get a 2032 first-round pick.
It's like what the hell?
Yeah.
I think they traded both of their stars.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened with Cleveland, because Kyrie wanted to trade, and LeBron said, "Don't do it, don't do it." They did it, and now the Cavs don't even make the playoffs. Not even a playoff contender.
Okay.
So yeah, I think, and Chris Paul's a good player, but he's not
yeah.
in his prime.
Yeah, he's ending his career in this, but
Yeah.
they don't have they have a very bright future, the Oklahoma City Thunder, because they still have a young player in Danilo Gallinari. They have a lot of. They got the one who Alexander. The Alexander who won from Kentucky, the guard from Kentucky who won the dunk contest. He got traded to the OKC Thunder. Wait, no, he was already in OKC. My bad.
Well, yeah, but still, I mean, if they get to the playoffs, I'm gonna be very surprised.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Knicks were wow. Wow. But
Wow.
when I saw that Russell Westbrook had been traded
Yeah.
for all those future picks, I was stunned. Wow.
What?
And if they traded Russell Westbrook, I think it would have been for a player like big stars,
Yeah.
He won an MVP.
Camila, we're waiting for the Lost and Unbound diss track on Sam Presti.
Yeah.
We're waiting for that.
I think that's gonna be really cool, really fire. When I saw that video, I was just laughing so hard.
Yeah.
Because, I feel so bad for him. Really, really bad.
Oh yeah, and I have a lot of friends that are OKC fans. Well, we're OKC fans. Shout out Sergio, Hochi, and Ernesto. If you're watching this podcast, if you're hearing this podcast, yeah.
But I think that Oklahoma. I don't know. I don't think they'll make the playoffs. I think they'll fall.
Okay, Camila. Anything else you want to tell us? A podcast? Tell the audience that is hearing us today, or just say any weird thing you want to say about the NBA this season.
I think the NBA is gonna be very, very weird because we're seeing
The West is gonna be overpowered.
You see Kawhi Leonard and Paul George together. We don't know how this gonna end. Jimmy Butler in Miami. I mean, James Harden and Russell Westbrook. I mean, they both won a championship. They both won it,
Yeah.
but I think I don't know if they have that chemistry as they say they do.
Yeah.
Because James Harden, I don't. If James Harden were to leave the Rockets, they would be a disaster.
Yeah.
So I think that James Harden and Russell Westbrook, I don't think that chemistry is gonna work so much as they say they.
Okay. That was Camila, my cousin, one of the biggest basketball fans in the world. And we're gonna wrap it up now.
Okay.
Remember, smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and like for the next podcast episode. Thank you all for hearing. Camila, anything else?
Watch the WNBA. It's cool.
Yes, it is very cool. I saw a game the other night. See you guys in the next episode.